but looking at it more from the side of, how we can enable some additional benefit and speed from the CDMO perspective for the regulatory burdens that we may deal with as we're trying to advance towards clinic. And so one of the things we've been focusing on recently are some of the new tools that have been getting made available through many of the global regulators, particularly FDA and EMA, around how they're offering sort of new tools for companies, and not just companies who are actually developing products themselves, but also companies that are supporting in development and manufacture. So, we can get into some more details, but just to give you a couple thoughts on what sort of things I'm pointing out here. There's been recent guidance, for example, from the FDA touching on something called Advanced Manufacturing Technology designations, which is a pretty unique designation that actually is not required to be held just by innovator companies who are submitting a marketing application. So it can actually be submitted by any company, any even academic entity who has an innovative manufacturing technology that they want to have put forward to the FDA and can be used in reference to various types of marketing applications or INDs. So that's something I think we've heard, and we also have a lot of interest in as a company, but also we've heard that many other companies who are more in the CDMO space have a lot of interest in, given that it's kind of a new role for them to try, and it comes with some additional benefits. Likewise, there's a guidance that's going to be forthcoming pretty soon from the FDA around platform technologies. I think during COVID, a lot of us heard about the concept of platform tech, but it's sort of a conceptual idea, but it's very shortly going to be reduced to a more, I would say, pragmatic approach through some of the public guidance that FDA will issue. We know EMA is also very interested in this, and so what it really is emphasizing is the ability to actually formalize the use of prior knowledge and how you can actually start to, instead of having to sort of develop everything from scratch, if you have a platform technology and you've shown FDA that, you can start to rely on some of that prior knowledge and some of that existing platform designation for follow-up products. And so certainly on the CDMO front, you can see how that would be very beneficial, advantageous if you're working with a given technology, a given manufacturing process that's amenable to a platform, and you could use it to support your customers as you go through. So, these are the areas that I've been focused on. There's a lot of other areas too around, for example, process modeling, ICHQ4 team around analytical method, what they call MODR, which is essentially the analytical method design space. And so for analytical method development, that's a really important step in that recent guidance that's being established, and a number of other forthcoming guidances and initiatives. So looking forward to having some more discussions with the panel today, but I think that, on the regulatory front, it's a pretty exciting time, and a lot of real nice tools are coming down the pipe.